All right, everyone. Oh, oops. I'm going to be talking to you guys today about solving externalities. First things first, please make sure you watched the other videos on externalities before watching this one. I'm pretty sure there are 2, 3, or 4. Please watch them first. This is not the intro to externalities one. So please watch the other ones first. But a quick reminder, the definition of an externality is an aspect of a market transaction that affects one or more people outside of the market. Resolving a negative externality. So an example of a negative externality is pollution. Now, how do we solve it? We can regulate it, or we can create a market for it and put out permits or taxation. Really quick, you don't need to resolve a positive externality. That's usually a good thing. You don't want to resolve good things. Let good things go. We're going to talk about resolving negative externalities. What is regulation? The government sets a limit and enforces it. That limit can be 0 sometimes. And note that this is not a market-based solution. This is intervention. This is not letting the market do market things. But we can also do a market-based solutions. And market-based solutions will create new markets. We're going to talk about first solution as permits. The government creates a good. In our case, it's pollution. The government then will issue permits to each company in this market for their pollution allowance. And these permits can be traded. The supply of permits is initially perfectly inelastic. And eventually, the market takes over. This is one of the main components of Tesla's business model. Tesla sells pollution credits to their competition. Then their competitors do not need to pay the fine for overpolluting because they've bought Tesla's extra pollution credits. Market-based solution number 2 is taxation. The government still creates a good. Again, we're going to do pollution. And the government taxes the production of this good. And there's no supply curve for this because who wants pollution? This is called a Pigovian tax. This is a tax to resolve an externality, moves the market closer to social optimum, i.e. the place where welfare is maximized. Another way that we can resolve externalities is social solutions, like norms. Norms are social customs, and breaking a norm usually invites scorn from the community. And some norms involve externalities, like littering, noise, or leaving your dog's poops on the street. There's also private solutions to resolving externalities. If only a few people are affected, externalities can be solved via private transaction, money, an agreement, something like that. Think of, there's only one parking spot in your duplex. Maybe you pay your neighbor for the parking spot, or your neighbor parties every Saturday night. I don't know how you fix that. Or your neighbor mows their lawn at 6 a.m. every Sunday. Maybe you throw them $20 and you do it, or maybe you ask them to pay you to do it later in the day. I don't know. A lot of creative solutions. There are private transactions that don't need any outside intervention other than the few parties involved. The Coase theorem. In the 1960s, Ronald Coase showed that in these cases, an efficient outcome is always achievable if the transaction costs are low and the information is complete. But the Coase theorem doesn't always work in the real world because of incomplete information and high transaction costs. Organizing a bunch of people counts as a high transaction cost. All right, thank you. I hope you learned something. And yeah, have a great day.